Okay, hi and welcome everyone. It is today, Friday, the 22nd of January, and we have recently suffered a bloodbath in the crypto markets. As you can see, of our 6 participants, 4 have had their faces ripped off.
That's right.
Only 2 of us have survived. Yeah, guys, welcome to this demo day. So today basically we'll be going into the interface for the dETH contract. I'll give you guys an update on what happened with the audit and some of the fixes we're doing to the items that were listed there. What else? Yeah, and then Logan, I think over to you for for the stuff you guys have to show on SmokeSignal at the moment.
All right. Give me just a second here. All right. So if you go to this URL, this is a public URL, so you can check this out as well.
What are you showing us at the moment?
This is going to be the SmokeSignal, where we're at with SmokeSignal right now.
Okay.
And there should be a post here. I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing on my computer. It seems like everybody else can see the post. But yeah, so just some visual improvements here. The connect to wallet works now. And that, everyone sees how little ETH I have. And yeah, you can compose post, but that hasn't worked yet. It's gonna look something like this though. You just put your title.
Yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say that that's there too. Yeah.
Yep. Anything else we should show off while we're here?
No, those 3 things are what's new.
Cool. Yep. Yeah, so right now, I think one of the main things is just working on getting the compose page going. And then another thing we'll have to be working on is the viewing the page of a particular post. So yeah, we've just done a lot of work on getting the app refactored quite a bit. So yeah, I think that's all I got on SmokeSignal. Do you want me to demo the, I can demo the dETH interface as well.
Okay, cool. Don't we want Crypto to do that? Or Crypto, are you happy if he does it?
I don't know if Crypto's in this call. I thought he was coming.
But he says, well, it says Crypto Z in the group chat here. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and
okay, well, but no, okay, but except for Ronan, no one else has said anything. Which I find impossible since I made at least 2 very good jokes.
That's right. So, oh, we can hear you now?
Yeah, that interface should be pretty simple to use.
Right.
Okay.
So you can come here, confirm you're not a US citizen. Oh, Chrome, this might break Chrome. Nope, that works. Okay, cool. And yeah, I don't have much ETH to put in here, but just for demo purposes, I'll put in 0.01, which is not really worth it with the gas price. But you can hit deposit here. See, I can't even pay the gas price actually. And I don't really want to go to my other account. Let's see if I have anything here. No, I don't have anything here worth with enough ETH to actually demo this. But yeah, you put your amount in here and you hit deposit. And then here you can burn the dETH and get your ETH back. By the way, does the burning ETH or burning dETH to get ETH back, does that require an approve? I suppose it wouldn't.
No, it doesn't, because it's native to the contract. So you don't need to approve dETH to redeem it.
Right. Because yeah, you would need to approve if you're sending it to a separate contract. Right? Okay.
Or maybe the line can go, dETH doesn't ask for your approval.
Nice, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so this is the dETH contract. We've talked about it elsewhere, but basically you're going long on ETH. So every time you put in and take out, there's a fee that's taken. That fee goes to buying up Fry and improving Fry liquidity. So that's great for Foundry. And you would want to use this as a user if you are, obviously, if you think Ether is going to go up. And if ETH is going to go down, it's going to rip your face off. That's what this is referring to right here, which has recently happened to me. I put some ETH into some dETH recently, and the 1 ETH that I put in is now worth 0.7 ETH. So that's funny. Pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm laughing too at this side.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody noticed though, but just all the friends and family we told explicitly not to use this contract have now generated, I think, about half a ETH worth of fees in total already. So half a ETH, there's now half a ETH of permanently locked additional liquidity against the Fry token.
Yeah.
Pays to be the casino.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, it does pay. It does pay to be the casino. It does pay to be the casino.
Yeah. And now this interface, we should mention also, even though it's live, this is going to the version of the contract that we're actually going to be replacing, right? There's this corner case with the price oracles, and maybe I'll stop sharing and, and you can take a go.
Okay.
Go and talk a bit more about
okay.
that.
So crypto. I believe crypto is still going to do some styling changes on that site. So we are going to make it a little bit more sexy, like our sentiment polling site. Okay, yeah. So basically, we sent the we were very bad degens, and we actually sent our code for an external audit. And the external audit now. Yeah, we're very ashamed actually. I think we might Vitalik might actually revoke our our private keys now. But anyway, so we sent our contract in to get audited, and the audit came back clean. The auditor also at least had a look at some of the deeper stuff that we build up on top of, and also didn't really find anything there. Although one of the notes was that that there is a heck of a lot of complexity underneath this thing. So the one issue that he did raise was the oracle that we use at the moment to determine how much the position is worth, which then basically determines how much ether, how much dETH you get if you put in ether, or how much ether you get if you pull out dETH. The problem with that oracle is that the next price for that oracle is always known and is up to an hour ahead of time. So what could happen, like now with the prices that are falling, for instance, is you could withdraw in one transaction, and at the end of an hour period, in the last block that would be, you could redeposit in the next one, and you would essentially skip a lot of the drawdown that way, right? That's one thing that you could do, but that's more of like an efficiency that you could just sort of like pull out. In essence, the whole thing is suffering a loss. You're the one guy not suffering the loss. The other side's a little bit more problematic, and that has to do with if you deposit ether into the thing when you see the next price is higher. If you do it on the last block and you withdraw your ether again on the next block, then if that differential is high enough, you basically get to take not other people's funds really, but you get to take their winnings. Right. So in other words, the joint winnings of the contract, you actually get to pull that out, some of that disproportional to what you actually put in the next block. Now,
right. And just if I can just put that another way, it makes more sense in my head, which is to say, if you can see the price of ETH, the reported price of ether is going to be higher after this point, when it comes to on the hour, then you can put your ether in to get dETH out. And then once that change happens, you put your dETH right back in, you get ether out, you have a guaranteed profit of ETH. So, I mean, right there, it tells you something's wrong. I mean, if this is a long ETH contract, you shouldn't be able to just predict and basically get guaranteed profit out. But with using the maker oracle as the current contract does, you can do that, assuming that the price has to be quite a bit different. But,
yeah. So initially, this issue was marked critical. We've now established that it's a little bit hard to exploit, because the thing is there's an implied 1.8 something percent fee because of the 0.9% fee going in and the 0.9% fee coming out. Basically, it means that you need about 2 to almost 2.5% change in the hourly price to pull off this attack in a profitable fashion. Right. That is very, very rare that the oracle price actually shifts that much. Right. It's only happened like a handful of times. So you'd actually need to do quite a bit of work to exploit this thing. The one thing you'd need to do is you need to set up a bot that basically snipes the thing on the last block and immediately withdraws for you on the other side. And then once you have that bot, you also have to now make sure that nobody else is doing it. Because the moment two guys try to do it, you know, the economics of scale fall away for them completely, basically. Yeah, so those are kind of like it's a fairly rare thing that could happen. So the contract as it is now, I mean, the worst part of it basically is that you can avoid some losses if you see a major drop coming down to the next side. Basically, you can avoid some losses on that side, but that's about the best you can, you know, the best you can really optimize given the thing. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to, well, one of the things I'm going to implement in the next week is we're going to use a Chainlink Oracle for the USD Ether price. Yeah, so if everything pans out well, we'll do it. We'll implement that, and then we'll use the maker price as a fallback price, and then on top of the maker price being so what will happen basically is if the Chainlink price for some reason gets out of whack with say more than 5 or more than 10% of the maker price, then we'll fall back to the maker price, and we'll just assume that something has gone wrong, and we'll do it to the other one. We're still having some internal debate about whether or not we want to make this Oracle upgradable, or if we just want to, if something does go wrong with the Oracle, rather than later on redeploy another contract. I do think the idea is that we can make a factory to basically make these kinds of long and short contracts eventually. So maybe there'll be like dozens of these kinds of coins going forward. So people would be able to withdraw and deposit into another contract if they so chose. Yeah, so I mean, I'm actually very happy with how the audit came back. There were some structural suggestions just on how the code is structured and stuff. There's actually nothing really critically wrong with the thing. Yeah, so that's the next steps for the DETH thing. Luckily, there's a nice little drawdown, as everyone on Twitter is saying now. You know, you should buy on the dip, not cry on the dip. So yeah, so all of us dummies are doubling down on this loss of funds we've already made here. Yeah, so hopefully we see a nice little drawdown, and then it's actually nice and profitable to use the DETH contract going forward from pretty much I think the next day or the next few days. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, that might be it. Might be a pretty short demo day.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or anything? Any social commentary?
Oh, there was one more note on the DETH contract demo. H just said if you type in an amount in the DETH input, you'll see the fee that will be taken. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe I'll just demo that just to show, because that's actually, I didn't realize that either. It has to be a valid amount, so it can't be more than, but yeah, so a deposit fee right there. And yeah, cool. And my DETH balance is 0, so I can't show this one off, but okay, cool. All right, and no questions popped up, so I think we will end it here. Cheers. Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye, everybody.